Namaskar, I am Abhishek Kumar, advocate of the Allahabad High Court. Today I have opted the topic for the deliberation is a police encounter. Police encounter is a very common word known to everyone. Obviously, it takes place between the police authorities and the criminals. The deliberation issue here is uh, under which law the police authorities are protected uh, in the police encounter wherein he causes death or homicide of the criminals. For this purpose, the relevant section in law is 96 to 106 of IPC, which is under the head of private defense and under the chapter of the general exceptions. The section 96 says that if any act is done in furtherance of the private defense, that will not set to be the offense under the penal law. Section 97 of the IPC says that private defense is available in regard to the body and property, and every person has a right to defend his own body and the body of the any other person against any offense affecting the human body. Secondly, every person is entitled to defend the property, whether movable or immovable, of himself or of any other person in regard to the offences of theft, robbery, mischief, or criminal trespass, or an attempt to theft, mischief, criminal trespass, or robbery. Now, section 99 is very important. Section 99 says that right of private defense cannot be extended to the inflicting of more harm than it is necessary to inflict for the purpose of defense, meaning thereby the person is not entitled to cause more harm than it is required for him for protecting himself. What would be the measurement of the more harm? It is a very factual things, and it can be measured on the fact and circumstances of the case by the trial court. Section 100 is more important and very important. The section 100 says in regard to when the right of private defense of the body extends to causing death of the offender or the assailant. It says that the right of private defense extends to inflict death of the offender in case there is apprehension to the defender that the assault of the offender can cause his death. If there is a reasonable apprehension that it may cause his death, then he can cause the death of the offender as well in the private defense. Second thing, if there is a reasonable apprehension to the defender that the assailant can cause grievous hurt to him, in that circumstances he can also cause death to the offender or the assailant, whatsoever it may be. Thirdly, if there is an attempt with the intention to rape, if there is an attempt to with the intention to gratify the unnatural lust, if an assault with the intention of kidnapping and abducting, in that circumstances also the right of private defense can be extended to cause the death of the offender obligas assailant. The sixth point is also very important, that if an assault is made on the person concerned or the defender with an intention to wrongfully confining that person, under the circumstances in that the prospective captive cannot approach to the public authority, then the defender can use the force or can use the force and cause the death to the assailant or the offender. The seventh point was inserted by the amendment of 2013, whereby if an act of throwing or administering acid and or an attempt to throw or administer acid is also made, which causes reasonable apprehension that the throw and administration of the acid will result in a grievous hurt of the concerned defender, in that circumstances he can also use the right of private defense by inflicting death to the offender or the assailant. The important section is 106 as well. 106 says that right of private defense against deadly assault is also available when there is a risk of harm to innocent person. The illustration is also given. It says that suppose the police authority is facing a mob and the offenders are the part of the mob, and there is chances that if the fire is opened, it can harm to some offenders who are the it can harm the some innocent person who is the part of the mob. In that circumstances also the right of the private defense and of the police authority or the person concerned is available, and he can take the risk and open the fire irrespective of the fact whether it is causing death of the offender or it is causing the death of the innocent person. So here is the provision from which police authorities are getting right to open fire in the police encounter, police confrontation, when the offenders have opened fire against the police authority. And in this encounter, if the police authority causes death of the offenders, then police authorities are not required to be brought to the books. I think I have made the things clear in a simple manner, and I would also try to make some other video in future on the common issues and to make the common issues or technical issues understand and comprehend to the people of non-legal background. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.